Good day, hello, how's it going? This is podcast number 11, Roman numerals XI. This is an afternoon/evening podcast, which really switches it up from what it usually is, which is when I'm driving to work in the mornings. So today I'm just doing it after work, as I leave work. So it's that's what's happening. That's the reality that I find myself in. So, what's been going on? It's a Tuesday, you know. I don't think anybody's going to argue with that. I'm sitting here waiting for these chumps to get out of my way on the road. I'm the most important motorist right now, but these people don't give a fuck. So, this is the commute. This is what it is. How does it feel to be part of the commute? You just feel like a sardine in a school of 1 billion, and you're just fucking hacking your way through the journey back to the hive. And it's not rewarding unless you do a podcast, and in that case, it's the level of reward is truly exponential. I mean, theoretical physics can't even encapsulate the extent of how rewarding I find this podcast. But putting that aside, we'll get off nice and solid with today's topic, which is PlayStation. Not just PlayStation, just gaming in general. So, gaming is a bigger business than ever right now. Right now, there is insane funding going into like blockbuster gaming titles annually, and it's bigger than ever. The PlayStation 4 is the best-selling games console of all time. So, what does that say? I don't know. I have a PS4 and I think it's fantastic. It's extremely unsocial. It is not really... I don't know how it's benefiting me in any way. For fuck's sake. If that continues to happen, you know, I'm gonna start losing listeners, and I'll be cut down to 0.5 people listening to this. So, but whatever. What can you do? This is just one of the problems with doing a really shit, unprofessional version of a podcast. But you know, there will be a day when I'll step it up, and we're getting closer to that day with each second that passes. But anyway, back to gaming. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know what good it's doing me, but I thoroughly enjoy it. Like, some of the better PlayStation games that I've played are Far Cry 4, FIFA, Shadow of Mordor, Lord of the Rings. That's fucking good. And you're just flying around, beating the shit out of these computer-generated monsters, and you know, it makes me feel ridiculously immature. Sure, yeah, absolutely. I'll put my hand up. But I love it. It's great fun, especially if you have an injury. So if I'm hurt and I can't train and I gotta just rest and chill, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Good way of not going out spending a heap of money, I guess, but although games are expensive, consoles are expensive, so that's not a valid argument at all, is it, James? No. The answer is no. Negative. So, yeah, that's just what I think, but I'm looking forward to the future of gaming, you know, that's something that I'm looking forward to. When I look back to when I started playing computer games, I was maybe like, I don't know, 10 or 11, and got the Super Nintendo, I was playing Street Fighter, and I was doing like fireballs and hurricane kicks and all the moves back then, and I enjoyed it at the time, but when you think about how shit it is now, comparatively, it is certainly very shit. But back then, it was the business. And the Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, I really enjoyed those ones. I even had a Biker Mice from Mars, which was very good as well. I'd never met anybody else who ever played that. I think my mother got that for me out of some sort of bargain bin, but it proved to be a rare gem. And now it's like playing a movie. And I was medicating with some medical cannabis one evening to help my back pain from jiu-jitsu, and I was playing Call of Duty, one of the Modern Warfare ones, one of the more recent ones, and I hadn't played one before, and this was just after I got the PlayStation, so I was still all amped up on the novelty of it and the graphics and everything. I was like, whoa. So I was a little bit goofed up, and I decided that I would. The gunshots were, because it's a shoot 'em up game, and you're just firing machine guns all the time, and like grenades and explosions, and pretty much just a war simulator. Lacey was going fucking crazy, and she's just like, "Can you please shut the fuck up with the bullets? It's really unsettling," which is understandable. Fair enough. You don't want to be living in a war simulation. And I have a huge TV with surround sound, so I did not, obviously it was not enjoyable for her while I'm in my war emulator. So I stick in the headphones, and when you couple the sensory impact of headphones and this high-octane war simulation, plus the psychoactive effects of the medicine that I was taking, I almost had a nervous breakdown due to the intensity of the experience. It was just absolutely you could hear, you're in a little team of 4 guys, and they're your compadres as you're carrying out your missions, and you're trying to shoot the bad guys, and then you hear in your earpiece, it's like, friendly fire, get down, go, and just all sorts of crazy instructions like, tango down, we got enemies at 3 o'clock. And it's incredibly realistic, and I had never been subjected to that level of realism, let alone without the influence of my medicine. So it was pretty crazy, and in the middle of this, I'm hyperventilating, trying to concentrate and shoot these bad guys as if it's the fucking real thing, the Crimean War. And then Lacey comes in, and she's saying, and I just see her in my peripheral vision, and she's just laughing at me, and I took off the headphones, and I was so relieved to have a break from this war that I was trapped in, that I'd said it. I was like, oh my god, thanks for coming out. I was literally lost in a war, in a gunfight there, and my heart is going crazy. And it really was, it genuinely was. So that was a real turning point for me in my opinion of modern gaming, and I highly recommend it. It's really good fun. I'm 29 years old, and I have no intention of stopping gaming, and I'm going to be I'm waiting for the next step, which will be virtual reality, where we can do some cool shit, and we're already getting in the realm with the Wii and with the Xbox Kinect and some of these new systems. Oculus Rift, that's another one that's kind of touching on it. So yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Augmented reality, that's another phrase that's involved in it. But anyway, I'm going to stop pontificating about something that I have absolutely no knowledge on, and I will leave you in peace to go and live well and live true to yourself, and understand that depending on how you charter your ship today, depending on the course that you intend on navigating, the smallest degree in the right direction will have a monumental impact in the years to come. Be good, and I'll be in touch. Bye bye.